Hello, fellow simmers. It's Samuel Beamon of BLS here, and today I've got something awesome and special to show you. And honestly, I'm so glad to be here to experience the next step in train sim history with you guys. Now, this is going to be something new and something very special indeed. This is going to be the first time we ever see Steam Locomotives in the Unreal 4 engine ever in train sim history, and it's an exciting experience, an opportunity to be able to see this for the very first time. I mean, we've seen odd screenshots here and there of Unreal 4 engines, you know, obviously the Steam Locos in the Unreal 4 engine, from screenshots of Paul Gobder's upcoming game, The Railway, where he's shown off like a couple of black fives and stuff on his game that he's making. And that all looks very good and very fantastic. But we've never actually seen it in person and in front of our eyes. And today we are finally going to see that. So here we are on my Train Sim World 2 game, and I'm about to load up the Spirit of Steam. So let's head into it now and take a look at this new and exciting DLC. Here we go. We've launched it. The time is now. The moment we've all been waiting for. I know that all simmers from around the world have been anticipating this big moment in history. And we're finally getting it. So here we are. Welcome to Liverpool Lime Street to Crewe. We're going to load in and take a good look at it. Oh yes, look at this.
Welcome to Crewe, located in the northwest of England.
Oh my word.
Step back in time and discover the soot and sounds of the steam era. Climb aboard iconic living locomotives hungry for coal and water, and work hard on busy passenger and freight services through historic Merseyside and Cheshire.
Oh. Wow. E to begin. Oh.
There's an empty poster over there. Let's fix that while we're here.
Oh, look at this. Ah, ace. Right, let's fix this poster. There we are.
There are more tasks to find. Be sure to refill sand buckets, fill coal sacks, place travel posters, and light braziers.
Awesome. Let's do that. Oh! Listen to that whistle. Did you hear that, guys? Oh my god, there's whistles going everywhere. This is great. So AI have whistles now, do they? Fantastic.
Follow the markers to board the train before departure. Take a seat in first class.
Oh, we've got to go in first class. Hello, love. You travelling far? Let me sit down here.
You can pause the experience at any point and review previous and current objectives. Check it out now and then return to the game when ready.
Okie dokie. Well, we've been through all this before, so we don't need to look at all that. Oh, we're leaving. What views do we have? Oh, okay. We've now ended up under the map for some reason. Well, let's try not to scroll through the views very much, yeah? Just, you know, to stop that from happening. Can we open the windows in this Mark 1 coach now? That would be wicked if we could. Or not. Okay, never mind then.
This train is powered by an LMS Jubilee class steam locomotive.
Oh my lord.
These
Oh
were built
my
between
lord.
1934 and 1936 and originally nicknamed Red Staniers because of their original crimson livery, but later earned the nickname Jubilee when one of their class was named Silver Jubilee in recognition of the Silver Jubilee of King George V.
Oh, can I do the whistle from out here?
During your journey as a driver on this route, you'll learn to drive this locomotive as well as the LMS Stanier Class 8F, a freight locomotive. You'll learn to haul a variety of different freight between the bustling yards and perform both express and local stopping passenger services.
Oh, look at this!
Learn all there is to know about operating these iconic locomotives in an era when steam was king. Welcome to Train Sim World's Spirit of Steam, Liverpool to Crewe.
Okay, so that was our introduction scenario, so let's actually get into driving these locomotives. So, continue journey, and let's take a look at the LMS Stania 8F. Runcorn.
Welcome to Runcorn Station. In this training module, we'll be learning how to drive an LMS Stania Class 8F steam locomotive in BR Black livery.
Blimey, we had a bit of a lag there. Oh, what's going on? I must admit, the frame rates on this route aren't very good. I'm getting some serious lag going on here. Oh yeah, look at those Mark 1 coaches. I think they're fantastic. Oh, that poster. We'll stick that up there. I must admit, this is kind of surreal to be back in time. Like, this is the first time I've actually seen like a 50s. Oh, yes. Look at that. My lords. Do you reckon that's our train? Look at that. Isn't that fantastic? Okay. Oh my word.
Today, you'll be taking over a freight service bound for Ditton. This class of locomotive was built between 1935 and 1946 and was designed as a freight version of the highly successful Black 5 locomotive. Climb up onto the footplate to begin.
Oh, this is the moment, guys. We are getting in here. Sit in the seat.
Let's prepare the locomotive for departure. The reverser determines the direction of travel and also how much power to apply. Move the reverser into the full forward position. This ensures you'll get the maximum power to get the train moving. This locomotive has two types of brakes, steam and vacuum. Steam brakes will apply on just the locomotive, vacuum brakes will apply on the rest of the train, so long as it is equipped with vacuum brakes. Use the combination brake to apply both types of brakes simultaneously. Vacuum brakes are released when there is a vacuum in the system. To apply braking force, air is added back in by the driver.
Why does the firebox door keep opening and closing like that? It's weird.
The small ejector should be left open when the train is running. The large ejector can be used to more quickly increase the vacuum after coupling or heavy braking. Open the cylinder cocks to remove any water from cylinders after it has been left standing. Water in the cylinders can damage the locomotive. The regulator acts like the throttle for the steam locomotive. It controls how much...
Oh my god, we're moving!
...to the cylinders. Slowly open the regulator to apply power. Remember that power delivery is delayed in a steam locomotive.
Okay, we've got a power delay there, that's kind of cool.
Applying too much power too early can cause wheel slip.
What we've got opening and closing windows. I like this. Wicked.
Now we're moving, we can open the regulator some more.
Oh, it sounds alright, doesn't it? Oh yes. Even got a little animation there when we look out. That's cool.
We're starting to pick up speed. Move the reverser towards the mid gear. This reduces the amount of steam let into the cylinder, but saves energy.
Now we've got to stop at a location now. So while we're just like looking around, obviously, why does that keep doing that? Stay shut. What? Or stay open. Make your mind up, firebox. It's just, what is it doing that for? Anyway, so we've got opening and closing doors here. We've got a lamp that turns on the light in the cab, which is cool. Let's listen to the whistle, shall we? Oh, that's very nice. Nice playability on that as well. So what kind of views we got? So we've got that side bit there. We've got up the top of here. Look at that, we can see the coal. Coal texturing's not too bad either. It's quite nice. Is that all we have then? No, we've got the other side. We've got there. Okay, so we've got no view down to the firebox. That's a bit of a shame. Would have liked to have seen that. Cab itself, not going to lie, it looks a bit mediocre compared to what we've seen before. Would have been nice to have it a little bit more grime, especially around sort of the controls area. Certainly not as grimy as what we've seen before.
Let's
Prepare the train to stop, but it's certainly not as weathered.
bring the train to a stop.
It's not as weathered and worn as much as what we've seen before on like the BMG stuff. It's very clean looking. I would have liked to have seen it a bit more worn out. It's a bit mediocre compared to some of the cabs we've seen before. But I mean, it's just great to be able to look, to even just walk around the cab and everything like that, and all the cab sway and everything. It feels realistic. Very nice. I also noticed that it's just taking its time to slow down, and obviously that is quite prototypical, because steam locos do take longer to slow down than diesels, so it's good that they've implemented that as well. I'm liking the sounds going on here, the sort of creaking and stuff, very realistic. Let's give it another 2 as we come into the station. Oh, it's ace. Just going to roll into the station. This is where it's going to start getting easier now, because we're going to an appropriate speed. Stop.
Great work. Let's see how you did.
So, what do I think so far? Well, I'm certainly impressed with what we've seen so far, so let's continue and see what's next. Semaphore signal introduction. This should be interesting.
Welcome to Ditton Junction. In this training module, we will learn how to read and react to semaphore signaling. In the top right are the signal and speed limit displays. These feature an indication of what is approaching and a countdown distance to when they will come into effect. Green indicates that you are clear to pass the signal. Yellow indicates that you can proceed, but with caution, as the next signal might be red or there could be a hazard. Red indicates that you should stop and should not pass this signal. Some of these displays can be hidden via the settings menu for a more challenging experience. Now let's take a look at some of the signals you'll see on this line.
Firebox is
There are
still
two
opening and
principal
closing, right?
classes of signals. Home and starter signals. These are mandatory, and an approaching driver must stop if the signal displays a danger aspect. Distant signals. These are a warning. An approaching driver may pass the signal displaying a caution aspect, but must be prepared to stop following the signal. The signal in front of you is currently displaying a danger aspect. That means the line ahead is not clear and you must wait.
Gotta wait for our signal to clear. It should go up in a minute. I'll be interested to see the animation. Oh, there we are, look.
The signal in front of you has now cleared. However, the next distant signal could display caution, meaning that the following signal will be displaying a danger aspect. Stay vigilant and keep an eye out for the next signal. Proceed when ready.
Oh, wheel slip there. It's quite realistic actually, to be honest. Quite like that.
Remember, you can always just look at the heads-up display if you're unsure what the next signal is.
That's ace. Let's have a look outside, shall we? Oh, yes, look at this. I love the weathering round here and stuff. Can we put the lamps on? Oh, yes, we can. Look at that. Isn't that fantastic? Oh, look at the wheels. Oh yes, loving the sound of the coast in there. Very realistic. Look at all that rodding. Does we have inside motion? Oh, you can't see on an 8F, can you? But, yep, we have the thing moving there. Oh, it's fantastic. I must admit, the overall model is beautiful, and as I say, this is something that I know that enthusiasts, and simmers out there have wanted for so long. We've wanted Steam in Train Sim World, and it's just great to finally have it in game. I mean, just look at that. I mean, I've got to take a screenshot of that. It's just absolutely fantastic. It really does. Some of these I'm going to use for my thumbnail on this video. Oh yeah, look at that, another Jubilee passes. Just going to wait for that to pass so we can get a nice screenshot there. Beautiful. Oh yes! Look at my geezer. He's got an animation where he looks out of the cab as well. That's just fantastic. I'm glad we're not stopping at this station, because otherwise that would have been a disaster. But yeah. Oh, the 8F does look fantastic, doesn't it? So this is the non-riveted tender version, because I know that sometimes you can get riveted versions of the tenders. So this is non-riveting version. I don't think you can get the riveted version in the game, but yeah. Also, I don't know, there's a feature where we can look. Yep, see, we can open the water tank and close it to just have a look for the water, see how much we need to put in, which is great. I am getting a couple of lag spikes, which is rather annoying. I don't know why that is, but there, see again, that's not great. But I mean, it has only just downloaded and it has only just been released, so it could maybe improve over time. Okay, so we've got to start slowing down now because we have a signal of danger ahead, which I've just noticed now. I've been too busy looking at the ATF and haven't really been concentrating. And I'm probably going to overshoot this, which is going to be rather annoying because that means I'll fail the scenario. Yeah, as you can see. Oh, no. Oh, thank God for that. It cleared. We would have spadded that. Because yeah, but you see, you got to pay attention. You got to stay vigilant. You got to look out for these things. That would have been embarrassing on this video. Why does that firebox door keep opening and closing on its own? We don't have a AI fireman now. Usually you would have an AI fireman, but they're not actually in the tutorials, so we won't be seeing that at this moment in time. We're just this video is going to be purely just a first look and going through the introductions and the first sort of tutorial scenarios, and then we'll go more in depth in looking into the route and other bits and pieces on a later video. But this is just purely my first look at the add-on and my personal thoughts on it. And to be honest, so far it does look pretty fantastic, and I'm kind of glad that it doesn't. Although the only thing that I will say about it is the performance is pretty poor compared to the other routes that we have in the game. I don't know why I'm getting these really bad lag spikes on this route. That is something that I will say is rather annoying about this. But yeah, so far so good apart from that. Let's take a look at the wagons. So we have like these conflat wagons, which look quite frankly awesome. The buffers, and I just love, this is the thing I love about Train Sim World, is how, you know, you have all of the stuff moving around, the suspensions going, you see the action of the pipes moving about. It's all very realistic and it's very cool to see, isn't it, really? We have these sort of plank wagons as well. Again, a nice model, fantastic looking weathering on here, very sort of crisp, high definition visuals on there. And then we've also got some mineral wagons. Also liking the wear and tear on those. It looks like they've been worked. The coal texture's a bit naff, mind, but you know, I would have thought they would have been more crisp and 3D myself, but there we go. Brake van, awesome to see this Scala brake van. This is just the typical BR brake van here, which does look spectacular, doesn't it? I like the texturing on there, where it's sort of got that sort of bumpy texture there, which is a real nice touch. There is also an interior on this brake van. I don't think we're going to be able to actually have a look at it in the tutorials, but there's interior with where you can actually use the handbrake and everything, which is really cool. But yeah, it is, in the means of the modelling, the models do look very realistic. They are very nice, and I'm really liking the look of it so far. Steam effects, meh. I mean, I don't really know, to be honest. I haven't really got many opinions on it. It's okay, I guess, but yeah, this the shooting out of the cylinder cocks here, it looks a bit clumpy and it looks a bit like candy floss coming out of the front. You know, it's not the best thing in the world. But yeah, steam effects I'm not too sure about. But one of the really cool features, and watch it as it goes under the bridge. Watch this. It actually, the smoke goes under the bridge. Now that is something that we've been wanting to see for a long time. Now, basically, I'm going to be overspeeding in a minute because I've just realised that there is a speed restriction coming up. I've got to be careful when doing these reviews. So do apologise for my driving, guys. It's not going to be at best because I'm trying to review the product at the same time, you know. But yeah, it's great to see the steam actually travelling underneath the bridges. This is something we saw in MSTS all of those years ago, and it hasn't been replicated since. I mean, I know that trains have tried to do it a couple of times, you know, the trains of a Z series, but apart from that, we've never had it in TS Classic, and we've never had it in TSW until now. So it's great that after all these years, we finally have steam actually going underneath the bridges. The steam appears to be in sync with the sounds as well, which is another realistic feature and another good thing that they've done here. And I know that these sounds of this particular ATF were recorded from 48305 on the Great Central Railway, so they are brand new recordings, nothing recycled or anything like that. Though the clatter sounds of the ATF, although they are new, they do sound quite could-you-like, but that could just be me, you know. And the whistle is just fab. Oh, we've got the safety valve blowing off there. That's down to our fireman, that is. Although we don't actually have a fireman in here today, but yeah. Oh, it is a beautiful looking game. No one can comment against that. Like, you know, Train Sim World is a lovely looking game. You can't knock it. And the drivability of the locomotives are by far superior to TS Classic. You can't say that drivability wise TS Classic is better, because it's not. These locos drive very realistic in this game.
Great work. That's everything for this training module.
So there we go. Although it didn't really tell me to stop at a signal very often, did it? But I did sort of look out for them, sort of. I did almost spad, but it's lucky it cleared, isn't it, really? I suppose. But to fail the tutorial would have been tragic. So... We're still on the ATF, we are indeed. And we're at Ditton Junction again, which seems to be a common place at the moment. Oh, just look at this. I mean, let's just take a little bit of time to appreciate this steam loco here in this lighting. Look at that. Oh my word. That is fabulous. It almost looks like it's right in front of me. It's that realistic. It looks like it is generally right in front of me. That is absolutely fantastic. Just look at that, the depth and detail. It looks great in this lighting. This is better. I can see everything now. I mean, we've got all the steam pipes and everything. You know, it really does look spectacular. The weathering as well. Looks like a hard worked engine. Also, I love how you can do the lamps as well. You know, this is all very cool. So obviously we want a freight, so we're just going to do that to our usual head code. The wheels, again, look fantastic, nicely modelled. It just really is, it's something else. This is something new and exciting for everybody, really. This is another step in the evolution of Train Simulator. It really is. I was very excited for this DLC, and it's great to see it in action. So can we unlock these doors? Doesn't look like it, but again, there's another wagon that comes with the pack, and that's the standard BR box vans. These are kind of iconic as well, aren't they? I mean, everybody knows what these are. We've got some slate as well on here by the looks of it, so it looks like we've got some building materials, so we're going to be transporting that today. I find it kind of surreal, the fact that we are in the 50s here, and it's cool because it gives you that sense of going back in time as well, and I think that's something that they've captured well in this. Because it would be nice to know what them days would have been like in the Steam era. It is something that would be cool to find out. Oh, we have our AI fireman here now. Look, oh, she's shoveling the coal, but what on earth is going on with that firebox? Why is it doing that? Why does it keep opening and closing? Stay open. Yeah, there seems to be some sort of glitch with that firebox. That's something that is a bit of a bug with this. But, to be honest, the animation of the fireman does look pretty epic. Well, it's a firewoman in this, but, yeah. Okay. Oh, a bit of wheel slip going on there. We need to slow down slightly. Oh, close our reg. Christ, okay. We could use with the sander on slightly as well, just to give us a bit of traction. Okay, we can shut the cylinder cocks in a moment. Yeah, that firebox is really annoying, man. I don't know why it keeps doing that. That's not cool. Also, there doesn't appear to be any coal on the shovel when she's shoveling. That's kind of annoying. It would have been nice if they just spawned a bit of coal on there. Oh, we have she's hanging out the window now. It's a nice little animation there. Sort of looking back and forth, seeing how things are doing. Oh, we're going to shovel some more coal, are we? Brilliant. There we go. But again, you know, this is just really freaking annoying. This is just... Why is it doing that? That's crap. That's really freaking annoying. Stay closed. Or stay open, you know. Look, stop it. Stay open. Look, why is it doing that? Fix it. Don't you? Yeah, we need to submit a ticket about that, because that's just irritating as hell. Although the sounds do sound kind of epic, I do think that the chuffs, in all honesty, on this ATF could have been louder. I don't know whether that's something to do with the fact that they recorded it on the GCR, maybe they didn't open it up to full or something like that, but I do find that the chuffs are a little bit too quiet for the ATF. It should be louder, especially with a regulator fully open. It's not the best in the means of sounds, I don't think. But that's just my opinion. But I mean, the whistle is fantastic. It's probably the best thing about it, in all honesty. So apparently the whistle changes in tone dependent on whereabouts you are with the loco. So should we test that out? Okay. Oh my god, that is fantastic. I do like that. Now, that is something cool about it. The whistle changing tone from the distance to close up. Very smart. Well, we are passing another train. It's another ATF. Look at that. Although it just clipped me into the other loco. That's a shame. Kind of ruined the shot, but there you go. I think I just heard the AI do a horn then. That whistle even. Horn. I drive diesels too much. I am glad though that they've actually added the line side fencing here now though, because at one point people did notice that they didn't put the line side fencing up when they were like looking at it on the DTG stream. So I'm glad that they've actually put the fencing up, because you know it would just looked crap without the fencing. Like, and I think that one of their comments was, "Oh well, the fencing wasn't exactly very important during the 50s." Nah, that's not a very good comment to say really, because it was, especially on a 4-track main line like this. I mean, it's got to have protective fencing beside the line, you know. Maybe in like, I don't know, the 1909s, 1910s or something like that, it might have not been more, you know what I mean, they might have not cared as much. But during the 50s and 60s, yes, they definitely did. Oh, yes. Fantastic. It does. It really does look beautiful. I've got to admit, it really does. It's very photogenic as well. I mean, just look at that. Oh, absolutely beautiful. And this is just the 8F. Bear in mind we haven't really seen the Jubilee yet. We've seen a brief look at it as we was at the start of the introduction. This is just the 8F. I wonder what the Jubilee looks like. That whistle is fab. I wonder what it's like on my little... It actually works well with my horn lever from TS controllers. Open up our water tank again. I mean, how cool is that? The fact you can, you know, you can. I would love to see refueling. You know, putting the water in being done properly. Like I say, guys, we're going to do some more videos on this Spirit of Steam, because obviously there is a lot to show on this, because it is quite a big DLC. I think it's about 6 gigabytes or something like that, so it's a big DLC, and it's something that they've been working on for over a year and a half, I believe, that they said that they've been working on this DLC for. So this won't be the only video we do on the BLS channel of Spirit of Steam, and there will be some more in the future about it. But I must say, from what I've seen so far, it is very impressive. I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to make this video much longer, because we have actually reached around 40 minutes now into the video. So I just want to kind of, you know, cut it short around about here somewhere soon, purely because upload speeds and stuff like that, you know, it'd take a long time to upload if I went too long with this video. I have noticed though we are coming up to 15 mile an hour limit, so I better start slowing the locomotive down. I must say it does have a slight delay when driving, but it doesn't have sort of the advanced steam chest like we get in TS Classic as much. It's a bit easier than TS Classic. It's a bit more default than some of the advanced steam locos we get in TS Classic. So That's probably not a good thing for people who love steam engines, because they probably want a more advanced experience. But to be honest, it's not too bad. I do quite like it. We do have a slight delay, but it's not as much as what we get on the advanced locos like the BMG stuff and SSS stuff in TS Classic. And as I say, the cab, in all honesty, in this ATF is a bit mediocre compared to what we've seen before in TS Classic with the BMG ATF. So it's a bit too clean. I would have liked to have seen this more worn out in here, like maybe these pipes having a little bit more of a better texture, you know, because at the minute they're just, it's very bland, it's very clean, it's very I just think it should be more weathered, really, you know. I just think that they could have done a bit more work on the weather inside this cab. But in the means of, as I say, locomotive modelling, absolutely stunning. It is the next step in evolution for train sim, and it's something that we've been wanting in TS World for a long time, and it's just brilliant to have it in game finally. And I'm looking forward to giving this a crack on the West Somerset Railway, because I know that a lot of train simmers really do want to drive steam on the West Somerset Railway, and I do hope that DTG implement the steam locos into the timetable mode of WSR and actually make the water columns at Minehead and Bishop's Lydeard actually usable, so we can fill them up with water and stuff like that and actually use them, and turn the timetable mode from a diesel gala on West Somerset to a mixed traction gala, so everything goes basically. Now that would be cool. But yeah, so I think we're going to leave that here, guys, for now, because oh, well, mind you, we are stopping in the location now, so maybe after I've finished this scenario we'll just leave it there, and we'll take a look at the Jubilee on another video with maybe with some others, because I know that Belle wants to do a little review on this as well, so maybe she can do something about the Jubilee. So I'm going to stop here, and then we're going to stop the video here. And like I say, guys, if you do enjoy me doing TS World videos and want me to do some more, please do let me know in the comments. And yeah, thank you for watching my first look of Spirit Steam. I've really enjoyed it so far, and I'm looking forward to doing some more in the future. So thank you for watching, guys. It's been Samuel Beamon of British Locomotive Studios. So far so good. I think that the ATF looks grand, the wagons, and as I say, the modelling looks great. And yeah, the route itself looks quite good as well. It's a lot better than I expected. It's nice to see that all the detail is there, and it gives you a sense of feel of going back in time, and that's what you want with this, really. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. I'll do another review on this at some stage. So let's just say that this is sort of part one of my look at Spirit Steam, because I will do another one, and then I'll talk about my overall opinions of the DLC as a whole in the next video. So yep, comment, like and subscribe, take a look at our website, check out our socials on Discord and Facebook, and I'll see you guys soon in the next video. Goodbye for now.